Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We're going to jump straight in here because this will not, unfortunately, be one of our longer episodes. Hopefully it'll be one of our, sort of more, better progressing episodes, because we are very close, I think, now to being able to do the next sequence of battles. We take a look over here. Oh, fun. The chat window is just doing whatever it wants. And thank you for the follow to Fragilities, I think it is. Welcome. I hope that you like some 13 Sentinels. So, here's all of our battles that we finished, but we cannot start the second thing until we get 30% overall story progress. Now, the good news is that's only 3% from where we are currently, which is 27%. So all I have to do now is remember which of these characters we intended to pick up with. So we cannot do... Yes. Nope. So we cannot do Minami, which I think I should call her Natsuno, but whatever. We can't do that because we have to advance Natsuno Minami's. Oh, I think Tomi Kisaragi was the next person I was going to focus in on. Or I could do this dipshit. Boy, I don't like this guy. The thing is, his story feels so disconnected from the one that we've been following. Hello to Jab! Jab, I hope you have hi. I hope that you've had a really good week so far. Yeah, Natsuno is sort of holding up some of the other characters that we'd like to play with. Can't do his until I advance everybody's. Do some more Iori, I guess. You know something? If we're going to advance a different new person, I think that we have a lot of questions right now about Sekigahara. So what do we know about this guy so far? I'm actually trying to remember because we've seen him a whole bunch. Hello to Cara Luna! We've seen him a whole bunch. We know that back in the past, I think it was... Isn't it the truth that he was like a partner of... Kitaro? Hold on a second. We've got everybody right here. Yeah, Kitaro. I think that he was like his commanding officer or something like that. We also know that he's in the present day. We know that he's suspected of being like a spy or something. I don't know. We'll pick it up as we go. The runaway, suffering from memory loss, Sekigahara learned about the truth of the world from his past self. Actually don't remember that. So let's jump in. Oh, Jab's going to finish off again. Well, Jab, thank you very much for the lurk.
Looks like I've lost them for now. I have to consider my next moves carefully.
Okay, clearly we are picking up from a cliffhanger that I do not remember. And yet we have no additional information to go on. I feel so bad that I don't remember what he's running from. Whoops. I'm sure it will become apparent. Well, he entered from stage right, so let's head over here.
I should stay near the station, where it's crowded. Now, I should sort out my thoughts.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to listen to all of these because at least if you are watching this in the future and you've blitzed through these, it has been, I think, at least 2 weeks since I've even seen this character. So let's start with From Another World.
So I'm from another world? I said so in that message to myself. Must have still had my memories when I left it. I also said something about a way to escape this world.
You know, it might have been I who first introduced the idea that we're not time traveling along a linear timeline, but rather bouncing between different parallel universes. That might have been his story.
A note that was included with the files on Morimura. It says, if capture is not possible, then shoot to kill. Did I kill her? Did someone order me to do it?
Okay, yep, now it's all starting to come back. His prologue was him waking up in a, in a back alley, and Morimura was apparently dead, and there were some orders on him, and there were signs of a struggle, and then he watched a video from himself that in very much a Total Recall sort of way was everything but get you ass to Mars. Like, it was he gave him some specific instructions about you have to get out of here, and then the cops showed up in response to what sounded like the violence. Was there a set of pills as well? I'm trying to remember all the details in this scene.
Details about the dead woman I found. Chihiro Morimura, 31. Sakura High School nurse. Sakura High School. Isn't that where the ID card came from?
Yeah, he's dealing with some hard time amnesia.
Sakura High School, Class 1B. Iori Fuyusaka. She definitely looks familiar. But from where? Why can't I remember?
So, as far as I know, the reason that she might look familiar is that Iori Fuyusaka and Ms. Morimura are the same person at different points in their lives. Also, this is still green, so there's something else for us to do with this, but I don't think it's to think about it.
Maybe if I find this
no, I was wrong.
person, I'll finally remember something.
Come in. Are you there?
Well, hold on. I'm remembering a lot by thinking about the things I remember. Uh-oh.
The note says 443-685-3214. What could it mean? A password of some sort?
I'm not your enemy.
Okay, if I wanted to pick up, what would we do? Oh, communication device.
Don't be a fool.
I'm gonna answer.
There you are. I take it you've seen the recording then.
Who are you?
Just a friend who's trying to help out.
A friend?
I didn't expect you to be so thorough. Regardless, you handled the Morimura assignment well.
So you're the one who wrote those instructions. I can't remember anything.
That's exactly why I've contacted you. Listen, it's not safe out there. Don't trust anyone.
Anyone? Including you?
Better to be too careful than too careless. Otherwise, you'll never escape from this world.
Escape?
Hello, Petikin.
Meantime, just stay put and don't go far. I'll see what I can do about your pursuers. You'll hear from me again soon.
It disconnected.
Okay, I gotta pause because sometimes things happen in this game when you least expect them, or when you're doing something like welcoming in everybody who just raided over. Hello to Patikin, Inc. Hello to Tashir Games. Tashir, so first of all, Patikin, thank you so much for the raid. I was lurking in your stream as I was doing some driving today. I'm not sure that I can remember all of them, but I was definitely there when you won Crown, I think it was 419, which, if I saw correctly, you won a split second before you fell into the goo. Like, you lost last and therefore won, which is, like, no kidding, really impressive. It's one of those real heart stoppers. So yeah, that was a big damn deal. Congratulations on that. Yeah, hello to Ink and everybody. I hope that you had a great time with Fall Guys. We are playing the story heavy game 13 Sentinels, which is, when I say story heavy, I mean it in the Michael J. Fox, Marty McFly variety. This game is dense and complicated. Patikin, you should clip that. Now, I'm doing my best to stay on top of things and to recap the story as we go. This is episode 8, so I would warn of spoilers, but I'm not even sure that I know what's going on, so be aware that there's going to be some confusing stuff. We're currently in the shoes of a guy named Sekigahara, who, and again, we're going to start talking about plot details. If you were planning to play this or thought that it looked cool, I'll pause if you wanted to mute or jump out. Ai Sekigahara is sort of a stranger in this story. He's one of the few characters that doesn't have any pre-existing relationships because, stop me if you've heard this one before, he woke up with amnesia. He doesn't know what's going on. He woke up in a dirty back alley next to a dead woman and found a set of orders that implied, and it seems now to be confirmed, that he had been instructed to go after her, and the instructions specifically said, try not to kill her if you could. Well, something went wrong, and we know as players that the woman who died is the nearby high school nurse and sometimes secret agent, certainly a time traveler, and probably the older version of one of the playable characters. And no, I'm not kidding about any of that, so strap in, because who knows what happens here next. Now, before we go on, there is one other thing, let's just do a little aside here. Tashir, I saw on Twitter that you posted that photograph of you and your wife. I was seeing in Patikin's chat that you had a doctor's appointment and got some medicine and that things are on the mend. I cannot tell you how relieved and happy I am about that, because when this topic has come up over the last couple streams, both here and the Mad Max stream, I wanted to be very careful not to sound a big alarm gong, but I was really concerned that the symptoms that you were describing on Twitter sounded less to me like pneumonia and more like COVID. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about, but I sort of saw two things back to back. One was Tashir's description of the symptoms that were really racking him at the time, and the second was a video that had been posted to Facebook by, I don't know, some British guy who really wanted everybody to know that COVID was no big deal, while simultaneously and vividly describing symptoms that could have been read verbatim from Tashir's tweet. Now, hopefully whatever it is passing and passing quickly, but as this has come up, I was really, really worried, and I'm so happy that Tashir is on the mend, that there's medicine, that there were some tests done, and just continue to take it easy, be cool, hopefully let it get better, and I can't wait to see you back on Twitch again. So that was my, Tashir says that he'll see, but I just, hopefully it's not. And it's just like you said, pneumonia. It's not that pneumonia is no great shakes, but I feel like we have better success and more knowledge about how to treat pneumonia as opposed to COVID, where treatments are kind of still in progress, we'll say. But the fact that you were able to see a doctor and sent home and everything, it just gave me a lot of hope. So please continue to take it easy. And that's it. We will now continue with the story. But when I saw the tweets today and then the participation in Patikin's chat, I was so happy. Anyway, hello to Grumpy, and I think... Oh, Patikin's saying there was a better win, though. Maybe that's the one that he needs to clip. And Carolina says, don't worry, Angel. Nobody knows what's going on in 13 Sentinels. Amnesia never happens in anime. Yeah, that's... I will say this. One thing that I've picked up in playing this, and we've talked a little bit about it in recent episodes, is that the 13 different playable characters broadly, and I mean really broadly, seem to hew towards different anime or storytelling archetypes. And we've got a Veronica Mars, we've got a Chosen One with the Destiny, we've got the time-traveling soldier with the, who figures out what's going on and is now at odds with his future self over on how to proceed, like it's a looper. I mean, there's a lot of variety to the storytelling, because the characters, they're all part of one narrative, but they themselves seem generally patterned after a wide variety of different fictional backdrops, and it gives the stories a lot of variety, where if you don't necessarily connect with one, you rotate that protagonist selection to the right, and now you're playing somebody that you've really connected with. So it's a very interesting game. All right, with that, I can further examine communication device, and sure, why not?
Don't trust anyone, huh? He mentioned an escape, like I did in that message to myself. Should I really just wait for him to contact me again? No. He said not to trust anyone, and that includes him.
I Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, just wave this around in the street, by the way.
As long as it's set to stun, it won't kill anybody. But it's strange. Why do I know how to use this?
It's a pretty simple point-and-click interface.
Oral NM C0204 is printed on the label. The bottle's made of plastic. There's nothing inside.
I should note that so far in this story, every time the concept of medication or pills has been raised, it has been... There's just been infinite clues that there is some sort of oral medication that's used to erase people's memories.
There's an emblem on it. Maybe it's a car key? The note says 443.
Oh, I think we read this. Sorry.
3214. What could it mean? A password of some sort? Both the victim and the owner of this ID card. They're from Sakura High School. Maybe this female student knows something I don't.
Alright, so he wants to go see Iori. Sure. Yeah, let's go talk to her.
Once day breaks, I'll pay a visit to the school. Sounds like school just started.
I'm so late. Crap. I need to drop by the track room first.
No sign of her.
So it has been like a million episodes, but I'm relatively sure that in Minami's storyline, we played, like that was Minami that just went by, that we played that section as her and saw this dude just sort of lurking around outside the school. Oh, there she is.
Akun.
Iori Fuyusaka.
I haven't seen you in days. I couldn't stop thinking about you. But now, I'm just relieved to see her safe.
Okay, yes, let's think about this.
It seems like we're close. Very close. But I can't trust anyone. For now, I'll act like I remember her. I want to hear what she has to say first.
Also, let me just pause for 1 second. So, he remembers nothing. She seems to remember him. Is that because he now has amnesia and did know her 2 days ago? Or, and again, this is a new thing that we found out as the last episode. Has she recently encountered a Terminator that looks like him? And again, I'm not kidding. There are Terminator robots in this story that travel through time and attempt to murder each other. So that's another thing.
An outdated transceiver for communication purposes. It has a very limited range.
Iori, I'll be right back with you.
Is something wrong?
All right, so when it has the triangle, that means that we can, like, show her something. Oh, the ID card that we found, of course. Is that the only thing? No, I can talk to her. Let's do that.
Iori, was there something you wanted to tell me?
Huh? Well, like I said before, I still like you. Even if it is one-sided.
All right. Hey, I found your ID card.
This belong to you?
Oh, that's my student ID. I thought I'd lost it. But I'm glad you were there to find it for me. Thank you.
In the most recent episode of Red Dead Mia, one of the Mia accents was to do an anime character, and now that I hear her, I think that she was doing Iori. Although, the way that Mia does an anime character is way more like... The way that I described it in chat at the time is, it's the way that Annabelle, the evil doll, would talk if they weren't trying to get the rating down to an R. It was incredibly creepy.
Do these pills belong to you?
Pills? No, those aren't mine. Wait, aren't those the pills you've been taking?
Oh, my mistake. These are mine.
What are they for? Are you sick?
I'm fine. It's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Are these your pills? Oh no, wait, I just remembered they're mine? Has got to be one of the least convincing lies he could have come up with at that point. Jab said, I was in a game when you came in, lurking, but I just want to point out that with COVID and pneumonia, it is in no way that it has to be either an either-or thing, and both is a very bad situation. To which Tashir says, tell me about it. I just want it over so I can get back to a normal life. The good news, Jab, is that the most recent update from Twitter is that Tashir now has, or maybe it was from Patikin's stream, has been prescribed some medication, and I have a lot of faith that if it was checked over with a doctor and the tests are forthcoming, that if there's any questions, I'd like to really focus on as long as he takes it easy and continues to rest and take care of himself, that whatever the checkup showed, it wasn't alarming enough to, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be an armchair physician. But yeah, Jab, I was very concerned, and I'm glad to hear that the medical appointments happened. I've had a lot to talk to her about.
Chihiro Morimura. She's the school nurse here, right?
Huh? Yeah, she is. What about her? What if... Ever since that day, she hasn't come back to school. Could something have happened?
Which day?
The day I heard about Miss Morimura's secret.
Go on.
I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, by the way, this character, Iori, is the young... Oh, God. How do you even structure a sentence like this? I believe, Ms. Morimura is an older version of Iori. It's theoretically possible that she's like an older sister or her mother, but they look really similar with like the hair and stuff. And at one point, it was really strongly implied that they were the same character.
Chihiro Morimura, 31. Sakura High School nurse. A key member of Shikishima's weapon development team. The one I found dead. Morimura's secret. We must accept our fate.
Huh?
That's not good.
It's okay. He's gone.
Thanks.
Oh no! My first class is about to start! What will you do now, Akun?
I'm gonna pay a visit to the nurse's office.
But those men... Won't they be on campus too? Why don't you meet me here after school's out? I'll show you where to go.
All right.
I'll see you later.
So I guess I'll just hang around out here for a good 8 hours. Jad was asking Tashir what he thought of Suicide Squad, and Tashir loved it. I have not seen it yet. But yeah, this episode is happening a short time after James Gunn's Suicide Squad has come. He can't run, by the way. I am pressing circle. James Gunn's Suicide Squad came out, and what Tashir said there is what I've heard pretty universally. And I'll say, oh my goodness, Club, thank you so much for the resubscription. 17 months. Wow. Club, thank you so much for the resubscription. What was I going to say? That, I will say this very quickly. We not a big review. I didn't dislike Suicide Squad as much as many people. And for some, that's surprising, because I have fairly exacting standards for what movies I do and don't like a lot of the time. But if a movie has at least one really impressive redeeming quality, I am willing to overlook other shortcomings. the story in Suicide Squad was terrible. I did not like the story at all. But I will say this about it. The movie looked great. The original one, I don't know who directed it right now. I should know, and I don't remember right now. Visually, from a visual design standpoint, I don't just mean the special effects, although those were very good. The movie had an artistic vision, and I remember one scene in particular that was set inside of a subway where it looked like there were giant swirls of paint sort of suspended in the air that was very striking, and I really liked the way the movie was presented visually. So as a result, I didn't care about any of the characters. I mean, I guess Margot Robbie did a good job as Harley Quinn. I guess. I don't know. I didn't really connect with any of the characters. But the people that made and shot, the set designers and the color correctionists, it's not even a joke. I really thought the movie looked great. All right, I can't go left or right, so can I go into the school anyway after she specifically told me not to? Jab said, I think the 4-hour... I honestly don't know where to go. Oh, I have to think about something.
We must accept our fate.
Sorry, everybody.
That's what Chihiro Morimura said. It's hazy, but I think I remember.
Jab is saying, I think the 4-hour Justice League by WB was better than the Suicide Squad. I did not hate the first one. Agreed on both counts. So... we're going to get a flashback about what Morimura said, which I guess is breaking through his amnesia now. Tetsuya, wait until you see the new Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to it. So this is we believe adult Iori, and also Ms. Morimura, and here we are in the year 2064.
So this is where you've been.
Figured I'd give the area an advanced survey.
Quite the view. Worth taking in one last time.
You're talking about the city view,
Right.
sir, correct?
I expect there to be considerable damage.
We weren't prepared for them in Sector 1. There was nothing we could do. But not this time. We will fend them off.
I certainly hope so.
We've managed to prepare 19 Sentinels. And we've had positive results in our battle simulations.
That won't mean much if our enemies have evolved. It seems our victory ultimately depends on luck. So let's assume we're met with the worst-case scenario. If we fail this time, we'll perform another loop. And we'll start over from the very beginning. We'll have a greater chance of success that way.
Even if it means leaving this world behind? No. No more running away. If we don't settle this here, then I'm initiating Operation Aegis.
So you intend to close the loop, then? If you do, no one will be able to leave.
At the very least, we'll survive.
You expect us to grow old and die in this godforsaken place?
When that time comes, we must accept our fate.
In any case...
Yes. If we win now, we can avoid such an outcome. Then we'll finally be able to leave this world and... Sekigahara-kun.
How long have you been standing there?
I don't know who you people are or where you came from. And frankly, I don't care. Just as long as you can defend my city from the kaiju. Without retreating, that is.
You'll be the one in the Sentinel protecting the city. We're counting on you.
Well, I assume you have some questions for me.
Oh, so many questions. Okay, so what do we know about Ida? Ida is the head of the SIU, that's the Special Investigations Unit. It is the group that in 1984 recruited Yuki to join them as a high school detective, and also they've employed Shinonome for slightly different and possibly more sinister reasons. However, like, that's in the year 1985. This is the year 2064. So clearly this guy is also a time traveler. Now, I just wanted to say one thing about the story here. As of last episode, I feel like we finally decoded what they mean by sectors. So when she said Sector 1, she's actually talking about the year 1945. Sector 2 is 85, Sector 3 is 2025, and then Sector, 4 would be 2065. So next year from the moment that we're looking at right now. So we figured out what sectors are. One thing I don't know, I haven't yet figured out what they mean by loop, because if there's not time travel, then there's no closed time traveling loops. Everybody is still living in a linear path forward, even if they're bouncing between different time periods by going to different dimensions. So I'm still trying to work out what they mean by start a new loop or closing the loop. I'm familiar with the idea of a time loop, and it doesn't feel like it applies here. So just wanted to set that up.
There's something I need to confirm.
Blah, blah, blah.
If I keep my end of the bargain, then you're gonna stop using Ryoko-senpai, right?
Please understand, I never had any intention of using her. But I'll try to be more careful going forward.
So Ryoko is, I believe, Ryoko Shinonome. She's the high school girl with the bandage on her head that constantly looks like her arm is in pain, and is also, in the year 1985, employed by this man at the SIU. What I believe that means is that at some point after the moment that we're seeing right now, he and Ryoko travel to 1985 and strike up their SIU investigation from there.
Something else?
As a matter of fact, for the Sentinels you want command over, you require third-generation machines, right?
Correct.
Then I'll update their systems as promised. Though I have to ask, why are you having me do this? Wouldn't it be faster to go directly through Morimura?
I believe a shift in the chain of command is in order. And I'd like it to be done without her knowledge. Depending on how the situation unfolds, there's a possibility she may resort to drastic measures.
Is that what she was just talking about? This Operation Aegis?
That's right.
I'll also note that the reason that I'm recapping the story as we go is as much for the benefit of the audience as it is for me, because I'm trying to keep all of this straight, and it's already occurred to me, Sekigahara, I don't think is the soldier buddy from 1945. I think that he's a guy that shows up who they believe is a spy, when in fact he's actually just a time traveler, because everybody is a time traveler.
Operation Aegis. What is its purpose?
The enemy's main target is the underground mainframe. Each terminal is equipped with a self-defense protocol. However, the enemy's attacks seem to bypass it. So the moment they strike, we'll hack the terminal. This will activate the defense protocol. The Aegis system.
Isn't that a good thing?
Not exactly. Doing so will render our time machine useless. And that means we can never start over again.
What's so bad about that? It doesn't matter as long as we succeed, right?
Time will cease to flow in this world. When it does, everything will descend into chaos. And in the end, we'll be the only ones left behind in this hellscape.
That sounds like a super shitty plan to save the planet. Our hot plan is we're going to do this thing that will destroy everything and everyone. So, sure. Okay, so we can unlock more of his adventure, which I think we're probably going to do right now. Before we go on, Blah said that he saw Free Guy today and absolutely recommends. Blah, and like, I am comfortable with this level of knowledge. I've seen a handful of commercials for Free Guy and have absolutely no idea what that movie is about, and I'm comfortable with that. It looks intriguing enough for me to have wanted to see, and getting your recommendation is very meaningful. I'm glad to hear that it's a good movie. And hello to Psycho 4136. I hope that you are also having a great... What day is this even? Wednesday? This has been a very, very long week. Jav said, I thought it probably... Oh, Suicide Squad was very entertaining. Gunn is smart enough, that's James Gunn, to know if you're going to go stupid, don't half-step it. So while fun, it's not busting my top 10 superhero list. And I think Jav further clarifies that he would put it into his, like, top 16 superhero movies. Jav said that he thinks it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I will say, Wait, why is it now? What? Okay, the chat window just does whatever it wants. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I did not feel was as strong as the first one. However, it has at least a couple major story beats that really stuck with me. So by no means do I dislike it. I would put Guardians for me in sort of like my middle tier, my middle third of Marvel movies, where it's not quite at the same high highs as my favorites, but it's a big step above some of the low lows. You know, Thor: The Dark World, Iron Man 2. Like there's some movies in there that I really don't enjoy very much at all. Guardians of the Galaxy is, I think, a very, very good movie. All right, let's close results. Now, I've already done this, Natsuno Minami's Exterminator event, so let's continue on with Ai Sekigahara. Carolina whispers chatty. Psycho says if you didn't see it, check out Deadpool reviewing the trailer for Free Guy, which is kind of funny. Because, yeah, they both have Brian Reynolds. Oh, no, I've forgotten the first name of Mr. Reynolds. Tashir says, I still have to see both Deadpool movies. I can never find it on any of my services. I will say this, so important note, I have a friend who watched Deadpool 2 without realizing that apparently Deadpool 2 straight up drops a really big spoiler for the movie Logan. And Tashir, if you have not seen the movie Logan, set aside the Deadpool movies. I was a fan, but set aside the Deadpool movies and watch Logan. It is worth your time. I highly recommend it. Ai Sekigahara met Iori Fuyusaka, who has a fondness for him. He started to remember everything about the Aegis system as he regained his memories about his conversation with Morimura and Tetsuya Ida.
You're sure there are none of those men in black suits here?
Positive. I did see them earlier in the morning. But I haven't seen them at all this afternoon. Do you think they left?
I seriously hope so.
Some of the character design decisions aside, I really like the way that this game looks. So we have two bright green squares up at the top left, which means there's at least two things here that I can think about and get some new information.
Chihiro Morimura's objective. One with great implications. Especially for those from another world, like me. If Operation Aegis succeeds, we'll never be able to leave this world. That must be it. That must be why I killed her.
Alright, so he's starting to think that he killed Morimura to stop her from implementing the Aegis protocol. But here's what's interesting. We've done a bunch of combat missions. The Aegis protocol is very much a thing. So at some point, Morimura gets her way, and that is like the strategic decision that they decide to go with.
She seems to have a particular fondness for me. It appears she confessed her feelings to me, and I have yet to give her an answer. What was I going to do?
Okay, so our bright green squares are done.
If a random stranger like me is seen on campus, will that be a problem?
Oh, I don't know. Will it? But you shouldn't worry, especially with that uniform. It may be from the future, but it's still a Sakura High uniform. So you don't have to feel like a stranger. So tell me, what's Sakura High like in the future?
In the future... Well... there should be a new building up and running.
Should be?
Yes, you'll see it for yourself someday.
No fair.
Man, if I had a chance to ask somebody with knowledge about the future, about what the world was going to be like, how many schools are at my high... How many buildings are at my high school would not be the first one?
Is anyone just allowed to enter the nurse's office?
Well, there's no teacher there, so it's closed right now. Leave it to me. I'll figure something out.
Jab is saying something... Wait, before Kisaragi comes in. Jab is saying something that I also... I'm not sure I can say it's the best ever, but I very much agree with both Jab and Tashir that The Incredibles by Pixar is a woefully underappreciated movie. That movie... I've seen The Incredibles once because I don't think that watching it again will ever provide me the same level of impact that I had seeing it. That was like, there's some movies you like so much that you want to see them over and over again, and then there's some movies that you like so much that you are concerned that watching them again will diminish the experience that you had with them. The Incredibles is a very good movie, and like I said, if you don't have it somewhere in your rankings of overall time, best time superhero movies, you're really missing out.
Oh, it's you. Yori, what's up? Hey, Usami-chan.
What? I pressed X. Okay, apparently I pushed square. That's odd.
What are you doing here? Well, he wanted to check out the school. So I'm just showing him around. Oh, cool. Yep. Anyway, we better get going. All right. See you later.
I'll get out of here, Kisaragi. Yes, Tashir was asking, was it Logan I should see first? Yes. Yep. I can't promise if you'll love or hate Logan, but I certainly would not want to have the ending of Logan spoiled by watching a different, mostly unrelated movie. So, yes, watch Logan first. I will also, again, say, I enjoyed Logan a whole bunch. Oh, I can't talk to her at all. Okay. And now we can run. Okay, well, hold on. I'm going to go talk to Yuki and... Well, I don't care about talking to Kisaragi. Huh?
That had to be her. The girl who delivered the message from myself.
Wait, Yuki delivered the message from himself? I don't remember that. Oh, man.
Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine. Must have been my imagination. What?
Nothing.
We're getting the stink eye from Kisaragi over here. Particularly saying, well, they're both X-Men related. Yeah, the Fox X-Men movies are such a weird melange of competing ideas and sort of a lack of forethought. All I can say is that I'm really looking forward to seeing the X-Men integrated into the Marvel universe. Because I don't think that Fox did them justice.
I managed to borrow the key to the nurse's office. And all I had to do was lie to the teacher. Please, my classmate skinned her knee. Oh.
What's wrong?
Well, it's just the two of us in here together. All alone.
I didn't do that. I just want it noted I did not touch the stick. He responded to that by turning his back. And if you think about like the fact that they're from different time periods, what are we up to, 80 years apart? Yeah, it would be a little bit weird, wouldn't it? So here's the thing. If anybody walked in on us, we would still maybe have a chance to scope out what's on the desk, but we would definitely want to get through what's inside the drawers early, just in case somebody comes in. We'll have more time.
These drawers are locked up tight.
What are you looking for?
Have you considered using the key in your pocket?
Medicine? Oral NM.
Does anybody want to lay odds that NM is no memory since it's their amnesia medicine? So, we're not going to get anything different now, right?
These drawers are locked up tight.
What are you looking for?
Also, I cannot now remember if I said hello to Azaric, who pointed out that Iori here did the little hee-hee that Mia was so devastatingly good at doing. Yeah, if you weren't here at the time, I pointed out earlier that I think of all the characters in this game, when Mia was doing her anime voice, I think it was Iori that she had in mind, because she was really, really good at it in like the most creepy way.
Are you looking for something, Akun?
Hey.
It must be really important. Let's see. There has to be a spare key for that desk. And it's probably somewhere in the teacher's lounge. Okay, I'll make up another excuse. Then I might be able to get my hands on it.
And he just says nothing. No, I'll help you out. No, like, thanks, Iori. Just complete stony silence. Also, and I didn't necessarily see who first brought it up, but yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is oh wait, I can think about something similar to The Incredibles. That I feel like it's going to be one of those movies that just slips people's minds when they're thinking about their best superhero movies, and it's so good.
The label's a bit different, but it lists the same medication. Oral NM, C0204. Just like the bottle I picked up before.
Now, we know, like, who have we seen take the oral medication? We know that there's been references to giving Juro, whatever his last name is in this timeline. He's been taking some... he has had his memory wiped. We also know that Ryoko Shinonome took pills right in front of us and lost her memory so that she didn't remember a conversation that had happened just a short time ago. Back in 1945, Juro Karabe's grandmother was being administered some medication, and it kept, like, I keep feeling like I can't think straight without them. I keep remembering, like, having vivid dreams. That's something that's come up.
Let's take a look at these student medical records. Ryoko Shinonome. Looks like she was given C0204.
Wait, use?
Morimura. She's been administering this drug to these students. Ryoko Shinonome. There are more. Shu Amiguchi. And Juro Izumi. Huh? That was quick. So, did you manage to find the key? The nurse's office is closed. Come back when... You better start talking. Those men that are after me, are you working with them?
This is what you wanted me to do.
What I wanted?
Hey, what is this? Sekigahara, wait! Don't shoot! You too, Megumi. What are you thinking? Hey, Megumi! I only followed you you out of sheer curiosity, but what in the world just happened with Megumi?
Not a thing.
And you're wandering around by yourself? Where's Iori?
What's your problem?
Well, clearly I'm just a hopeless busybody. I'm going to look for Megumi.
I don't think a hopeless busybody walks into a scene where two characters, one of whom she apparently doesn't know at all, have weapons drawn on one another and just like, oh, tra-la-la, see you later, and like doesn't have any follow-up questions.
I know I've seen her somewhere. But where?
Oh, think about it.
Damn it. Come on, think.
Yes.
That's right. She's...
Now, there have been two Kasumis. Oh shit, now I don't remember her name all of a sudden.
Maybe this place isn't entirely abandoned.
Kisaragi. There's been two Kisaragis that we've seen so far, one of whom was a Terminator.
This terminal should be able to tell me where I am. Quite a bit of android information here. This all looks like research data. Ah, here we go. Shikishima Tech Lab number 6. 6th level underground. So, this is a Shikishima facility. Current year is 2104.
God damn it.
40 years into the future.
I don't know what to make of the time travel technology in this. Blah 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 is also saying that he saw the first part of Marvel's What If, which is the animated series that they're now doing on Disney Plus, and that he highly recommends it. Yeah, Blah Blah Blah, I am really looking forward to that. Just very quickly, what if, like, sort of like alternate history stories where it takes an established franchise and does something like, well, I don't know, what if I don't want to use an example. You know what? One of the ones that I really enjoyed was there was a What If comic book about what if the Fantastic Four had all gotten their powers, but they were horrible. Like Mr. Fantastic was unable to keep his shape. The Thing was just increasingly calcifying into like a giant rock that couldn't move. Like it just like the rocks just kept growing around him. Invisible Woman was losing her cohesion. She wasn't just struggling to remain visible. She was struggling to remain corporeal. And pretty soon she was going to like lose her form and either fade away altogether or physically sink into the earth where she would like suffocate. I mean, and Johnny Storm was still the Human Torch in that he could catch fire and not burn, but it was nightmarishly painful. Like he suffered the pain of being on fire, though none of the other after effects, and also wasn't particularly good at controlling when he was on fire. So it was like this really dark universe version for the Fantastic Four, and parenthetically, my favorite Fantastic Four story that I ever encountered. So taking that style of alternate history stuff, like what if things had turned out differently, I'm really looking forward to that series, blah, blah, blah.
An android. Is that what this place is being used for? What the hell? I keep getting these terrible headaches. Could it be from shifting?
Uh-oh.
This looks bad. Another one?
What? I don't know what to do. There's been no other combat or combat-like related stuff in the game so far.
Maybe this place isn't entirely abandoned.
Oh, geez. The game really thought I was going to figure this out. We will fast forward through this, so don't worry. Yep. All right. And go talk to this.
Another one?
Okay, so I assume since they're coming from both directions, I look at the computers. Nope. Honestly, no idea. Okay.
The lights are still on. Maybe this place isn't entirely abandoned.
Oh, and Patikian has posted the clip that he mentioned on Mia's Discord. So wait. If I don't interact with this, what am I missing? This is the first sort of like instant fail puzzle thing that has been encountered in the game.
I've shifted.
Yep. So I talk to this and then the robots come to life. Do I have to think of something? I don't know. Let's try it again.
Another one?
Uh-huh. Okay. Nope. So I'll just stand here for a second.
Over here. Unless you want to die, you should stop snooping around.
Oh, hi, strange girl. Everybody, I just want to appreciate that the solution was just to sort of stand in the middle. Just avoid either of them quite reaching you for a few seconds.
The surface is covered in lethal levels of radiation right now. Go up there and you'll cough up blood until you're dead.
Who are you?
Well, clearly, I'm just a hopeless busybody. I inspected the Sentinel that was transmitted underground. How much do you understand about the current situation?
20% at best.
I don't know why, but I ended up here somehow. I have no idea what happened.
Then allow me to fill you in. I'll start from the end. The Sentinel, or you rather, are compromised. You've been infected with code DD426.
Also, I'm just now noticing, look at her leg. So this is robot Megumi. No, robot Kisaragi. Because if you look on her, what is that? Her left thigh? It's on the right side of the screen. It's all metallic, and I didn't notice that before.
You were shifted without a specific destination. Seems like whoever shifted you was in a hurry to do so. Otherwise, there's no way a Sentinel would end up here.
Code DD4... What is that?
It's a program that's been implemented into you. Well, into the nanomachines in your body, to be specific. Its main function is to sever a portion of the nanomachine. The part that's cut is physically connected to the brain. And that region of the brain is where memories are stored. Your brain suffers damage each time a connection is severed. You can lose your memories. Or worse, become a husk.
Is that why I've been getting these headaches? I've had them ever since I got here. This is all so sudden. I'm not entirely sure I can believe her. But I do keep getting these headaches. And I definitely don't want to become an empty husk.
So, okay, the idea that the main characters in 13 Sentinels are in whole, or at least in part, not infected, that they're carrying around some nanomachines, that was raised in a much earlier story beat that we saw during an earlier episode, that at some point in the future being a highly flexible term right now, Juro Izumi and I believe, what's-her-face, Morimura, are straight up trying to kill people that we now recognize as being main characters. And at one point, Juro Izumi says, like, we have to get your nanomachines out of here. Like, we have to purge the nanomachines. That's what they're after. So we have heard about this before. That said, I'm wondering, like, if he's... I don't know. Let's see if we can learn some more here.
Why would anyone want to do something like this? Is this irreversible? Can I try deleting the code?
That's not possible. Access to your nanomachines is restricted. Once a code or program is implemented, there's no way to delete it.
How long do I have before I become a husk?
It depends on the intensity of the infection. Or how much time you spend inside the infected Sentinel. The longer you're in there, the worse it'll be. Let's assume the infection is moving slowly. To spread to your entire body, it'll take about a month. That's the best case scenario. Worst case would be within a few days.
A few days?
I may not be able to remove it, but there is a way to delay its effects.
So, does he recognize that she's a robot? Like, he might not have just looked at her leg.
Fortunately, I discovered a nanomachine lab here. I found it by analyzing the underground mainframe's data. It is a facility that researches future technologies, after all. I can create a code that'll temporarily stall the effects.
You can?
First, let's make a deal.
What?
I need a small favor from you. It's nothing complicated. I just need you to get me out of here. Not anyone can use the shifter. Only those who possess nanomachines can use it.
Oh, I can't move at all.
I have to ask. What's a young girl like you doing in this place by yourself?
Yeah, he's not looking at her leg.
I see. The androids here are wrapped in a human-like skin. Just like you.
Oh, this? Yeah. It's pretty easy to see the damage on this skin. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag now.
That's right. Okino mentioned something about this. He said some AI stole an android and escaped.
Tsukasa Okino, huh? You should ask him about DD-426. No one knows more about it than he does.
Is that so?
So, how does my offer sound to you?
I don't really have a choice.
Then it's settled. I'll give you some pills for your headaches right now. Wouldn't want you to forget about our deal.
A quick question for Jab. Where can you see the Batman Hush movie? Oh, that was the end of the chapter. Is that on Netflix? One of the, for my money, one of the greatest, I know I've said this before, but one of the greatest Batman animated animated movies is Under the Red Hood. I really liked it. Oh, Tashir found it on HBO Max. Oh, darn it. We don't have easy access to that. All right, let's go look at some mystery files. Okay, good. So Sekigahara, we have recently learned Sekigahara lost his memories due to the effects of the code called DD-426. Also, let's read the first part. Sekigahara is a boy from another dimension who suffers from memory loss. When he wakes up, he finds the corpse of Chihiro Morimura beside him, but has no recollection of knowing her. To make matters worse, he is being chased relentlessly by men in black. He finds a message from his past self is telling him to escape this world. Also, like, as long as we're trying to keep track of all the various plot threads, if we're correct that Chihiro Morimura is also Iori Fuyusaka, there's actually a third person that she probably is, which is the young 6 or 7-year-old girl Chihiro. So I think that we might have at least 3 separate, like, life versions of that same character. Let's see if there's anybody else. Yes, woman who looks more like Ms. Morimura. In truth, she is the woman he knows as Ms. Morimura. Shu Amaguchi's dreams, looks just like her. Yeah, here we go. She looks like the woman who appears in Jiro Karabe's dreams, who also looks like Iori Fuyusaka. We don't know that they're the same character, but there's a lot of there's a lot of design similarities between them, and there's other precedent for that, specifically that Jiro Karabe is also shown as an adult elsewhere in the game. All right, so let's look at Operation Aegis. By hacking the underground mainframe computer at the moment the kaiju attack, the terminal's Aegis system, self-defense system, will be force activated. As a result, the terminals will automatically attack and destroy all kaiju. However, activating the Aegis system will render the time machine useless, preventing the user from resetting the timeline. Instead, they will be left behind to survive in the ruins of their destroyed world. Why is that a good thing? If it's doomed to fail, what is the point? what are you trying to stop from happening if it destroys the world in the process of stopping it? Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in an infinite time loop either, but I mean, if everything's destroyed, there's an element here that we're not seeing yet, is all I'm saying. All right, due to the effects of DD-426, pilots who enter their Sentinels may suffer brain damage, lose memories, and in the worst cases, become mindless vegetables. Even being inside for a few minutes can be fatal. Well, see there, you're still fighting to, like, save the world, so I can understand that people might take that risk. Okay. So... Can I do a combat if I wanted to? Oops. Nope, we're 1% short. So, we're going to do another A Sekigahara, but before we move on, let me just take a quick second to glance at chat, because we do like to keep the story moving when it's a story beat, but I have to read through what people have to say. Patigan was saying of Thor Ragnarok that it was great because they went comic style. A lot of people hated that it wasn't like the others. I'm like, it's how they're supposed to be. So, supposed to be or not, I can't say, but I really like Ragnarok. The Thor franchise has been interesting for me just because, like, Thor 1, the first Thor, was so much better. I liked it so much better than I thought I was going to. And then Thor the Dark World is for sure, like, in the bottom tier of Marvel movies. It's not unwatchable. It's not kind of embarrassing the way that Iron Man 2 is, but it is not a good movie. And then Ragnarok was like, let's just have a lot of fun, but a lot of fun that didn't feel... It was both very humorous, but also it didn't demean the characters or their situation or what they were going through. It found a way to highlight the humor in situations with strong, smart writing and leaning into the comedic talents of the leads, but still told a really cool and epic story. So I liked Ragnarok for a lot of the different reasons. Also, yeah, so there was here's an interesting topic that just to touch on real quickly. Do we have any faith, asks Tashir, in a Disney Fantastic Four? My response to that is the only thing I could imagine being less fun than a Disney Fantastic Four would be a Disney movie of Thor or a Disney movie of, like, Captain America. Can you imagine anything more dreary than watching a movie about some guy whose super ability is that he's holding a shield at the time that you go to hit him, and he holds it up? And yet they made that work. So, like, and this isn't me being ironic. This is me literally describing my own experiences with the Marvel movies. Now, I did not enjoy the first Captain America movie. I recognize its importance in setting up a lot of what comes after, and I would consider it important and worthwhile to watch. That said, as a standalone experience, which is what it was when I first saw it, it was not a very enjoyable movie. However, it is the foundation for things that come after, like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, is that what it's called? What is Captain America 2, which was awesome, which was a super good movie, and then Civil War was extremely good as well. So my response is, if Disney can take characters who I not only don't care about, but am actively disinterested in sitting through a 2-hour movie, like Doctor Strange. I don't want to watch a movie about Doctor Strange unless it's a really good movie, which is what we got. Like, it's not like a huge masterpiece, but I enjoyed Doctor Strange a whole bunch, and I was not enthusiastic about that one either. So Disney has managed to subvert my expectations by making really good, memorable, some might say iconic movies out of characters that otherwise I couldn't have picked out of a lineup. So, yeah, I think that Disney could absolutely do a good Fantastic Four movie. I have no idea what that would look like. I find every individual member of the Fantastic Four intensely dislikable. Not like dull or I don't care about them. I mean, I actively dislike all of them and their powers and their personality and their interpersonal relationships. I really dislike the Fantastic Four, like on a conceptual level. And is a lot of that guided by the Jessica Alba movies? Yes, it is. So I'm going to have to let go of that to enjoy whatever the Disney movie is. But as I round out this topic, I will say that we got to have the Snyder cut, right? We got a big 4-hour Justice League, and I liked it. It was way better than what it was. Can we please have the Josh Trank cut of Fantastic Four? Because we all talk about the Jessica Alba movies, but I feel like it's sort of fallen out of the public consciousness that there was a different Fantastic Four movie, one that was darker, more ambitious, more focused on like body horror and stuff, and it was being directed by Josh Trank, and then the studio came along and said, no, we're going to stop your movie at the halfway point and then film a completely different movie with some of the same actors and do a really, really, really terrible superhero movie. And I want to see the original movie. I want to see the movie that Josh Trank filmed. He wrote, he filmed it, he directed it, he edited it. It was allegedly much like the, unlike the Zack Snyder cut. It was reportedly effectively done, and then like he was actively editing his version of the movie while the reshoots were happening. I don't care if the special effects aren't done. I want to see what that movie would have been. So that's my little rant on Fantastic Four. Would I like it? Yeah, probably not. But I'm so curious in what his vision was. Right. Oh, thank you very much to the follow for Dougler.
Looks like I've lost them for now. I have to consider my next moves carefully.
Wait, quick pause to highlight something that Jab just said. Jab said, when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, I said if they can do this, they can do anything. Again, Jab, you and I are like, you are reading my internal monologue, pages that I've forgotten to pull out for a while. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a movie about a sentient tree and a talking raccoon, and it's great. So yes, I think that's an excellent comparison point. Again, couldn't have been less interested in seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, and I had a baller time with that movie.
Just an ordinary cop.
Oh, hold on. I have so many things to think about. Well, let's work our way around the list.
A girl with red glasses and braids. She created NMC-0204. The same pills I take. I saw her at the school. But what business would an android have there? Besides, there was something different about her then.
So, if I understand the sequence of events, and I super might not, what we now believe happened is that the android dressed as Kisaragi traveled back in time or otherwise to 1985, but at some point was then overtaken by a computer virus or the personality of Juro Izumi and was trying to kill Minami, I think, but was stopped by an android dressed as somebody else. There's so many characters, you guys. But Izumi, the Izumi ghost, whatever you want to call it, actually left Kisaragi and went into the other android. Who is the other android? Why can't I remember? God damn it, this game is complicated. So anyway, whatever her original purpose might have been, we have every reason to believe that her soul, her autonomy, the autonomy of the android was taken over by a foreign presence, and that foreign presence was Juro Izumi, if I understand correctly.
DD-426. Likely the root of my memory loss. But who would create such a thing? And why?
Come in. Are you there?
Oh, I don't want to have this conversation right next to the cop.
I should stay near the station, where it's crowded.
I know you can hear me,
God damn it.
Now, I should sort out my thoughts.
Okay, let me... He's... Alright, should I talk to him? Because here's the thing, he's not going to shut up while we're thinking.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be a fool.
What do you want?
It seems you found your way onto school grounds. Unless you want to get caught, you shouldn't wander about. What business did you have there?
I wanted to learn more about the person I killed.
Forgive me. I should have been transparent from the start. Did you see anyone else there? Did anyone see you?
No.
I trust you. Partners don't lie to each other, after all.
Partners? Us?
You really don't remember. You and I are working together to save everyone.
Everyone? Even the one I murdered?
That was a necessary action to prevent Operation Aegis. No one else has figured out the truth yet. Those who came from other sectors have been deceived. And Morimura was the one behind it. There's no coming back after total annihilation. And that was reason enough. It's why you agreed to take the job.
What job?
You were tasked with retrieving information. It was to be extracted from a certain data unit. But circumstances have changed. That unit may jeopardize our escape. You must destroy it. It's likely hidden somewhere at Sakura High School. And it may be accompanied by another student. Seek out Natsuno Minami in Class 1C.
Is that an order?
Not at all. I'm merely presenting options. The situation must be dealt with one way or another. If we don't, there's no turning back.
So first of all, big ups to A here for standing maybe 4 feet from this cop as he talked on the radio about the woman that she killed. And look, he's absolutely paying attention to him too. See how he turns when he walks by? So the unit that could jeopardize their escape is clearly BJ. And again, based on what we've learned so far, BJ, the robot, is also Kitaro Miura, or at least his personality, imprinted into that little robot box. Some of the things that this game makes you say...
It's basically the nanomachine equivalent of a virus program. Except it causes brain damage. The infected will ultimately lose their memories, or end up as husks of themselves. It's likely the cause of my memory loss. Found at the nurse's office where Chihiro Morimura worked. The label matches the one on the bottle I had. Oral NM, C0204.
Oh, we can actually look at the medical records now. Well, I'm gonna look at all of them, so we might as well start at the top.
Ryoko Shinonome. Let's see. Attempting to delay nanomachine separation in the brain. Applying memory link enhancement. C0204 and C22. So there are 2 types of pills then. C0204 is the same one I have. It's been over a week since she last received a dose. I wonder how she's doing. Without the pills, her memory must also be suffering.
But see, we've seen her take pills, like, she had a conversation with Yuki, and then she took pills, and then lost the memory of what she had said to Yuki. So I feel like there's the 2 different pills. One of them might help preserve your memory, but the other one definitely seeks to destroy your memories.
Shu Amiguchi. He was administered NM-A8076. Looks like a different kind of nanomachine medication. Seems it was only administered once. All it says is 20% transplant rate. Juro Izumi. He's receiving 2 types of treatment. NM-A8075 and B01. He received 4 doses of A8075, then switched to B01 from the 5th dose on. There's a scribbled note here. B01 was synthesized by Tamao Kurabe.
Now, Tamao Kurabe is... We haven't met her in the year 1985, but otherwise know her to be Juro Izumi's grandmother.
Chihiro Morimura's objective. One with great implications. Especially for those from another world, like me. If Operation Aegis succeeds, we'll never be able to leave them.
Okay. It's not always clear to me when these start if there's new information to them or not, and I want to make sure not to miss out on something.
She seems to have a particular...
All right, we heard that one for sure.
The note says 443-685-3214. What could it mean?
Okay.
There's an emblem on it.
Could it be to a car?
Maybe it's a car.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, this is the same gun that android was using.
The cop is literally right there.
Hey, you!
Oh, shit.
What were you just holding? Show me right now.
I don't think you want to see it, sir.
Now do what I say and empty your pockets. This some kind of toy gun? I'm taking you in for further questioning.
Damn it.
Freeze!
Did he hand the gun back to I? Or did I, like... Oh, here's our alleyway.
Looks like I managed to lose that cop.
Huh?
All that running. And I end up back here.
Dougler, we did have a chance to check out your stream the other day. What was it? Day before yesterday. I'm blanking on exactly what you were playing. You know what? Hold on a second. Let's, do a couple things here. Oh, boy. I probably shouldn't be this, adventurous, but while we're going, I did also want to call out... Get out of here, Firefox. I did also want to call out that as of the previous episode, 2 people had raided over, and I was trying to remember who it was at the end, and we just completely ran out of time. It was the Fox fam. So I did want to take another opportunity to just thank the Fox fam for the big raid that had come over during our previous episode of... Was it Mad Max or this game? Whichever it was, I completely flubbed on thanking them. So, thank you very much to the Fox fam for that raid. Let's do a quick, not raid. Let's do a shout out for Sheer and Patikin and Azarik and more. Whoops, more than each than Mia. Oops, that's completely wrong. Hold on. And last but not least, how about Dougler? And it is 93, right? Yes, it is. All right. So just want to get some shout outs in there. And we'll do another round. I feel like if you put in like 15, 20 shout outs all at once, it's just sort of like a big wall of text. But let's make sure that we get in some more before the episode wraps up.
Morimura's death hasn't been made public yet. Those black suits must have disposed of the body. Okay. Let's say I did kill her. At that point, they were already coming after me. Did I lure Morimura out here? It just doesn't add up.
I'm not convinced that he killed her. I don't know why whoever did kill her would have left him alone unless they knew that he was going to have severe...
I managed to find some good clues here before.
Amnesia.
But I'm still not sure what some of them mean. The medical records of 3 Sakura High School students. Shu Amiguchi, Juro Izumi, and Ryoko Shinonome. They've all been administered a pill called NM. Natsuno Minami. She was the one who had that data unit. This is the note Morimura had in her possession. I don't understand these rows of numbers. Are they even related? This key I had on me. It has some kind of emblem on it. Was I driving a car? Oh, the emblem appears to be a button.
What? Why? I've looked at this like 5... Okay, whatever.
Well, I pressed it.
Hello to Ricardinho!
My car made a sound, though. Maybe it's somewhere further away.
Ricardinho, I hope that you're having a great summertime so far. I know it's been busy, but it's great to see you.
A gun from the underground facility in the future. The android was using it.
I think we found out what the button did. He has no reaction to it, though.
An outdated transceiver for communication purposes. It has a very limited range.
Now I can't remember if I had voice. So the person that he's talking to on the radio, I'm not necessarily good at recognizing voices. That's Ida, right? The head of the SIU. That's who he's talking to. That's who I think it is.
How in the world did this motorcycle get here? Did it come when I pressed the button on the key?
Voice authentication verified. A key is required to unlock this vehicle.
It's voice activated too? Is this a self-driving motorcycle? Hey.
A key is required to unlock this vehicle. Vehicle unlocked. You may issue commands using your voice. Please set your next destination.
How does it know where to go? Like, if I say, take me to a sushi store, how would it know? Like, I mean, it might have GPS, but would it have GPS in the year 19... I'm thinking way too much about this. Douglas says he's decided that he's going to draw his own starting soon screen, be right back screen, and ending screen. I'm not a fan of the standard one I have. Douglas, I agree with Tashir. I think that's a great idea. And Ricardo is saying, just wanted to say hi quickly, don't really have too much time. Also, the Wi-Fi at the apartment where I'm currently at for vacation is not good at all. Gonna stay for a few minutes and see the lads. Yeah, Ricardo, wherever it is that you're on vacation, I hope that you're having a great time. Rest, relax, have as much fun you can between school and work and whatever else. Yeah, enjoy the summer.
Hey, who do you belong to?
Registered drivers of the Shikishima SXR-NR. A. Sekigahara and Chihiro Morimura.
Me and Morimura? It looks like I've used this motorcycle before. Then it must know where I've taken it. I'm guessing you have a travel log, right? Can you pull it up?
Displaying travel log.
Looks like I've taken this thing all around the city. But there are only 2 places I've visited multiple times. Aside from Sakura High, it's just this one other spot.
Set this location as your destination?
Yes.
Somebody in the last episode, I think it was like Fluffy Magic Cat, had said that they spent like 5 years just writing this. And yes, it shows. Like, it's just, there's so much going on.
Let's hit the road.
This is, as far as I can remember, the first time that we've heard about a self-driving motorcycle with, like, limited VI interface.
Did I leave anything with you?
Invalid request. Please specify.
I want to know if I left behind any messages.
2 logs found from A. Sekigahara.
Seriously?
Begin playback?
Yeah, show me.
So, did you find it? Your intuition was right. I'm leaving this message as a precaution. Just in case I lose my memory sooner than I expect. You've still got work to do if you want to escape this world. You must acquire the data logs from 2188. One more thing, and this takes priority over all else. You can't let Chihiro Morimura execute Operation Aegis. She holds a position as a nurse at Sakura High School, but it's all under false pretenses. Stop her at all costs. worse. I'm running out of time. In any case, some interesting developments have come up. I've confirmed that Iori Fuyusaka was able to use the gate. I checked the log she left behind. The ID she used was Morimura's biometric ID. Iori Fuyusaka is Chihiro Morimura.
There we go.
Knowing this, do I still try to stop Operation Aegis? That's the real question. Well, the answer's obvious, isn't it?
Playback complete.
Fuyusaka is Morimura? How is that possible? And what did I decide to do?
It'd be a lot easier if you didn't leave all those very cryptic messages for yourself. Ricardo says that he's...
Ending navigation.
So this is the place. Now what am I gonna find here?
That he's at the Baltic Sea in North Germany, and that it's a wonderful place. I hope it remains so. I know that there's been, like, certain sections of Germany that have suffered really intense flooding and stuff. Hopefully it's nice and safe and a wonderful place where you are. Yes, I see that. So we've been here specifically with one other character, and it's a character that has made so few appearances, I'm not even confident. Like, I don't even know his name. He's the guy that really, really likes yakisoba pan.
Locked. This factory has to be what I'm here for.
And I expect that where Ricardo is like perfectly fine. It's similar to saying like, oh, I went to the United States and being like, oh man, I hear they have a lot of fires there. Yeah, true, and it's very, very concerning. However, there are several sections of the country that are not on fire. There he is, this guy.
Well, look who we have here. Sekigahara. Here to cause some more trouble?
You know it.
Something wrong?
No, nothing.
Let me guess. You finally lost your memories, right?
How did you know?
Just by the way you're acting. Kind of a dead giveaway. I'm surprised you even made it back here.
Do you know what I was trying to do here?
That's odd.
Okino.
You're in my way.
Okay, so Okino, if I remember correctly, Okino is a weapons development specialist who works for Shikishima Industries and is most commonly known to the characters as a man who at some point in the future was working on the Sentinel program, but is most commonly seen by us, the player, as this character here, who everyone addresses in the feminine. And in a very early episode, Okino straight up says, some types of binary I'm not okay with. So I'm going to defer to however the characters refer to Okino, but I just wanted to clarify, this is the non-binary character that we've heard a lot about and talked some about, and I'm still trying to work out what is the best way to reference Okino.
And you are?
It didn't work. I suppose 32% wasn't enough.
You know, it's irritating when two people are talking about you like you're not there. It's so much more irritating if one person's talking to themselves like you're not even there.
You recognize me, don't you?
No, I don't.
That can't be. Focus.
Hey, Okino.
Take a good look at my face. I know you can remember.
Well, I am vaguely curious. Never mind. Okay.
Wait! be?
So if anybody missed it, this is 1944.
Pills the android gave me in the underground facility in 2104. They slow the effects of DD-426. A third-generation model. Sentinel number 19. So this is where it was transmitted. Is this a hangar for Sentinels?
Awfully persistent, aren't you? Fine. You got me.
I know it's you, Okino.
Even in this outfit, you managed to catch me.
Have you been in hiding ever since the incident? Just laying low in Sector 5? I need to stop the effects of DD-426. You're an expert on the subject, aren't you?
I am indeed. It's a code that was distributed on the battlefield. Do you know who's responsible for spreading it?
No.
Right. This is exactly why I went into hiding. Because I can't trust anyone. And that includes you, Sekigahara.
Douglas asking, are we going to have mech fights? Yes, actually there's an entire other half of the game that we haven't been able to show off in a couple episodes that is sort of a top-down strategy combat, but whatever you are thinking in your head right now about what mech combat would look like, it's not this. I can't tilt the camera at all. It doesn't look like this. It's all very abstract and holographic. It's almost like playing like an old vector traced game. Like it has a very, very different art style, and I can see it being off-putting to some people, even if the strategy is there.
You were on the battlefield too, yet you're not showing any symptoms.
I could say the same about you.
I'm taking pills to help reduce the symptoms.
Pills?
These.
I see. These serve as additional code for priority processing.
These aren't going to save me.
Of course they won't. All you're doing is buying yourself some time.
What about you? You're completely healthy. There must be some way to stop it, right?
I'm afraid that's impossible. It was about a year ago. I discovered a code created by 426. The aptly named DD-426. I tested it on myself in an attempt to detach the decode, which resulted in the loss of my memories. That's why I was unaffected on the battlefield.
I honestly don't know what that means.
That can't be true. You don't seem like you've lost your memories at all.
That's because I transferred my memories to my nanomachines. And I was able to create a simulated personality. It carries all the qualities that make up my identity.
Let me get this straight. You're a program that's simulating Okino?
Initially, yes. But now that I've been affixed to the brain, I've become the true Tsukasa Okino. I possess the original Okino's personality and memories. You can't even tell the difference.
But you're still not the same. The Okino from before was different.
Human beings are constantly evolving. Whether we retain our memories or not, we're never the same as our past selves.
I'd like to believe that's true. I'd like to believe that, you know, we're generally arcing towards better people.
My goodness. Your pursuit of me caused quite the panic. Professor Doji wants to have me restrained. And now that you've caught me, maybe it's time I gave up. Oh, perfect timing.
Huh?
Hijiyama-kun, over here! Help!
Huh?
Hey, what are you getting at?
What's going on?
That man!
Hey, who the hell are you? How'd you get in here?
Please, make him go away.
Hold it, Okino!
Not so fast, you bastard! You're coming with me! This is highly classified material, and you've seen too much.
Damn you, Okino. Okino.
That's right, you're an asshole.
Remember now?
Tsukasa Okino. We met in Sector 5.
Good.
What?
And you're an AI construct.
Huh? Is that all? You've neglected to remember some rather important details. Let's try this again.
Okino, do you really have to stand so close to him?
Don't pay him any mind. He's just jealous.
Yeah, right.
Now concentrate, Sekigahara. Try to remember why you kept coming back here.
So Shira's back, attempting to eat again. I hope it goes well. There's always that that period in time when you're recovering from being really sick where you're not sure if you can, like, keep it down yet.
How are you feeling?
My head feels like it's about to split in half.
What about the pills?
They aren't working.
But you've taken so many of them already. They still aren't helping?
We're ready to go. Oh. There was one thing I wanted to ask you. You seemed very reluctant to go through with this at first. But now you've come to rely on this plan. So what changed your mind?
Nothing changed. I still think this is terrible. But there are some things I don't want to forget. Like that vile face of yours.
I'll be sure to preserve that memory for you.
Walk me through the steps once more.
Sure. First, I'll input a memory extraction code into you. Your memories can be saved at any time. Your consciousness itself, though, can't be saved. Then, a simulated personality will...
All I need is for you to save my memories. I don't want some AI taking over me.
A simulated personality will think the same way you do. It'll be able to work together with your own brain. In other words, it will act as a support to your brain. The relationship is symbiotic. It'll teach your brain new ways to think and solve problems. But you will still be in charge of decision-making.
I hate myself. I really don't need a simulated personality.
All right. In that case, I'll simply extract your memories.
God, what an odd idea to inject into this game about high school students who pilot around. Oh, Dougler, I forgot to mention that when they're piloting the mechs, they're naked. And as with so many things I say about this game, I am not kidding. That's an actual thing in this game. And also, by the way, as of episode 8 of our stream through, totally unexplained. It's just, nobody ever questions it except for like the first time, like, hey, why am I naked? Oh, yeah, you have to be. And it just all are. But, like, now we've introduced the idea, if your mind stopped working, but a network of nanobots implanted with your memories could, like, would that be sufficient to still be you? I've never even wondered about that. Like, you are a combination of your experiences and your memories and your emotions, but also the way that you and your mind, your brain, process and remember and link all of those things. It's more than just numbers on a page that make up who you are. It's the person reading the page. There's an individuality to it. So I don't think I'd want to have my mind overridden by a simulated personality either, because I'm not sure that's the same thing as being a real person. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it before.
After your memories are extracted, they'll be stored in your nano machines. I'll configure it so when the decode region is detached, your memories will be backed up. We'll require an intracerebral map to save your memories, though it'll all be pointless if you end up as a husk. Your brain did have more damage than anticipated. My equipment can only do so much. I'll only be able to map roughly 30% of the region per scan. So you'll have to make multiple trips. Let's get started, shall we? Please, take a seat. I'm going to create your intracerebral map. We'll start with some word exercises. Try listing any words starting with A that come to mind. As you say each word, imagine the object in your head.
A. Apple. Asphalt. Anchor.
The second A word for me would have been absinthe, but I don't know what that actually looks like. It's like a drink or alcohol, isn't it? The Caroluna says anime. Oh wait, did anything happen? Caroluna said blame Caroluna. I don't know why he said that. I mean, I do enjoy blaming Caroluna, but... Oh, Caroluna said it's not... Wait, let me... Oh boy. Sorry. I wanted to read what Caroluna said. It's not MechWarrior or Battletech. Guess it's more Battletech than MechWarrior, though. Yeah, the best way to think of the combat in this is that it is very abstracted. You are looking at sort of like a holographic vision of the city with the characters and enemies represented by sort of like colorful geometry. Imagine turn-based Geometry Wars, and that starts to get you a little bit close to the visual presentation. I want to go look at the mystery files again. Just unlocked some more facts. Okay, Tsukasa Okino. So there she is over there on the left. Tsukasa Okino is a young genius with an extremely high IQ. Starting with the Sentinels, he developed various technologies to aid the Defense Corps. Driven only by his intellectual curiosity, he tends to act on his own terms, regardless of what other people think. In 1944, he presents as a girl and goes by the name Kiriko Doji. Okay. Since he had... Whoops, hold on. Nope. Okay. Since he had used DD-426 on himself on an attempt to detach the D-code, I don't think that we know what D-code is precisely, he wasn't affected by the Sentinel infection incident in 2064. Although he lost his memories from detaching the D-code, no one could tell the difference between the original Okino and the current one. This was because he preserved his memories in his nanomachines and ensured the simulated personality that made up his identity would be affixed to his brain. See if there's anybody else in here. Anything to read? Key. The key to Sekigahara's motorcycle, the emblem portion is a button, and pressing it causes the motorcycle to drive itself to the key's coordinates. I have to say, looking at the little thing, I'm not sure it would occur to me that that was a button either. Alright. Can we do a... Nope, hold on. Hey, we can do it! So, one of the things that I would like to do in this as we play through is try to have a relatively even mix of the combat and story portions, and we've done 2 solid episodes of only story portions. So let's do a combat thing. And as we scroll up here, I have quite the reputation to live up to. Here in the first area of Ashitaba City, I have all S ranks. So look for that to continue as we go to Area 2, Shibukaki City. All right, let's start this. So we'll try to talk through it as best as I can, and we'll see how it goes. Ricardo says, unfortunately, I have to go for now. Thanks for the fun and short time and the nice greetings. Have a wonderful rest of the stream, Angel and chat. Ricardo, have a fantastic rest of your vacation. I'm very much looking forward to when your schedule clears up and you can come back to streaming. I'd love to see some more Lords of Football. I'd love to see some more games like Sphinx and the what was it called? Now I'm completely blanking on the name of it. It was something in the Curse Mummy. No, Sphinx in the Curse Mummy. That's exactly what it was. All right, let's do not raid. Darn it! I'm gonna accidentally raid out at some point. Ricardinho just vibing. There we go. Get a shout out for him. And let's also do a shout out for let's see, how about Doc Limitless and Chromefee. Oops. And I moo do you moo too. And I don't remember if we did Caroluna in the last set, so let's make sure that we get a Caroluna shout out as well. Just minimize that. Yeah, so we're going to do at least one combat here. Just minimize that, and there we go. So, I'll do my best to talk through what the combat is, but yeah, just it's not what you're thinking. Even with my description, it's neat, but it's very odd. Okay, I really want that. Why is this? Hold on a second. Got it. Okay. Go away now. There we go. Okay. So, here's where we're choosing who's going to be on our team. And if we look down at the bottom right-hand corner, we've got some bonus objectives. Clear without a Sentinel being immobilized, and clear within 50 seconds. That's not 50 seconds of real time. It also means that there's no particular requirements for who we do and don't bring. I don't see any other information on what we might or might not want to do, so let's deselect everybody. Now, the other thing that you notice up there is that there's some yellow lines. The half-full yellow lines means that if I bring those people on the mission, then they're going to be way stressed out and we'll lose access to them next time. Hello to Haseo! Haseo, every time I see you playing Scarlet Nexus, I want to watch so much, but I'm also going to play Scarlet Nexus. So I hope that you are enjoying that as much as I've like heard you talk about it and talked with people about like how great of a game it is. I want to play that so much. You do such a good job like selling that. Now, I want to try to bring as many people that are not stressed out as possible. So let's grab Sekigahara. Let's grab Fuyusaka and Shinonome, and we're going to grab Yakushiji and Amaguchi. Now, I can stop there. We don't have to fill the squad, but since we're into like a whole new realm, I don't want to leave people behind if I don't have to. So we're going to bring at least one Generation 3 Sentinel, and I'm going to go based on who is the lowest level. So we're going to do that by going over here. She's pilot level 10, 10, and 9. All right. You, Kisaragi, you're on the team. Now, before we go out, we're going to upgrade the guys that are on the team. So let me come over here. We have, down at the bottom right there, we have 33,000 meta chips. So we're going to use those to upgrade some of our abilities. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade Demolisher Blade because I love it so much. You can see a little animation down there. See a little animation down there at the bottom right? It's sort of like what they envision it would look like, but you don't get to see that. That's not what the game looks like. We will get to that in a second. I would like to also maybe upgrade his flares. We have somebody else who's really good at leap attack. So let's instead do the EMP surrounding 1. And that's a lot of upgrades for him so far. Yeah, let's maybe do one more of those. All right, let's go over to Fuyusaka. So Fuyusaka, we can see over on the right-hand side, she's got some arm-mounted machine cannons, multi-rocket launcher, sentry gun, and heavy knuckles. I believe we've done a lot of upgrades to somebody else's sentry gun. It's a very neat ability. Let's go with some more multi-rocket launchers, and we can unlock some additional stuff. So, yeah, let's unlock shield emitter. And we're going to equip that right there. I'm not going to worry too much about upgrading it just yet. Oh, repair emitter. I've never seen that before. I really should have done that first. Anyway, let's, yeah, I'm going to drop 2,500 on even more multi-rocket launchers. All right, for Shinonome, over there on the right, we can see that we've put up Guardian a couple times. Plays a Guardian that acts as a decoy distracting kaiju. I'm not sure I want to continue to do that. Let's upgrade her heavy knuckles. She's going to be a real punch gun. And maybe shield emitter? Yeah, let's drop a little bit into shield emitter. And then, yeah, I'm going to upgrade Guardian as well. So we're down to 17,000 meta chips. Those are our upgrade points. Yeah, Kisaragi. Oh, look at her. Main battery heavy railgun. We've invested very heavily in that. Should I do that? What about homing missile? Fires a highly potent homing missile at a target kaiju. No one else has this ability. This would be completely new. So we're going to drop that in. We'll equip that. And 500 points is so inexpensive. We're going to upgrade this actually a few times. All right, that's a good upgrade for her. Now, Yakushiji. What do we like on her? Let's maybe... I'm not sure yet. So, see how she can't get gravity missiles? That's because we have to be meta system level 6. In order to get to that, I think we have to go all the way to one side. No, I'm completely lying. How do you get there again? It's not... It's not... Oh, there it is. So if we go over... somewhere... Oh dear. Nope, I passed it. There we go, under the meta system. This is what I was looking for. We can upgrade our upgrade abilities. Wait, what is this? Summons 4 Type 98 bipeds. I'm not even sure what that means. Metasystem level 6. Yeah, you know what? I want this for a couple reasons. First of all, it'll give us the gravity missiles. Haseo was saying of Scarlet Nexus is a really good game. Douglas needs to go to the laundry, but be back in a little bit. Tashir is hanging in there, and Haseo says, same, life has been crazy. Haseo, I understand exactly where you're coming from. There's been a lot of changes where I work, and before I click this button and upgrade my giant robot squad, the fact that that's something that I can care about right now, that it sort of takes my mind off of all the other stuff, it's not bad. Here's the thing to remember, like, at least right now, it's not bad. It's just, it feels a little bit intense a lot of the time. So I really do value being able to, like, relax and decompress here. So it's just a thought for the moment here. Yeah, let's upgrade that. Now I wanted that because look down here. Meta chip rewards are multiplied by 1.2. That's huge. I don't know that that's like an ongoing upgrade, but the meta chips are literally your upgrade points. So by spending this 6,000 right now, I'm going to start getting more meta chips for every combat that we do. That's not a small thing. So with that, I've pretty much shot everything that I can in terms of upgrading. Let's get into the combat. So remember that where it says clear within 50 seconds, that's not 50 seconds of real time. Anytime the game is paused, you know, it's the game tends to play out in very small increments of just a few seconds while we sort of plan what else to do. Oh, and it says kaiju trend, many ground kaiju will appear. All right, well, I feel good about it. Let's hit it.
Multiple Daimos signatures confirmed. We're starting to get even more of them.
That's weird. They're a little different from the D-forces in the database.
What do you mean?
They're similar to their original designs, but they've been modified and optimized further. The system's making changes to the kaiju on the fly, specifically to fight all of you. My current processing is at 6%. Be careful, everyone.
I don't know how long we gotta hold out here, but not gonna back down now.
Okay, activate the Aegis or destroy all kaiju, and we'll lose if the terminal is destroyed. So...
Focus.
Okay, so... this giant swirling vortex here, sort of in the middle here, beyond the square, that is what we're trying to protect. And here in this particular map, it's on the edge of the city. So that's nice. We can sort of predict that a lot of our enemies are going to come from here. Now, these kind of holographic blobs over here, these are the enemies that are coming in. And believe me, if I knew how to like minimize the interface, I would do that. Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm just looking down to the bottom right where we can get some information about her pilot skills. So, there's not... it's sort of like an active turn-based system, similar like Final Fantasy VI, where what you do determines how quickly you're going to come back around for another go. Also, there's different generations of Sentinel. This guy's a G4. Who are we right now? Amaguchi. He is on a G4. The G4s actually fly, so they don't have to travel along the blue roadways that you see here. That makes them very mobile, very fast, somewhat physically weaker than some of the other units, but very, very good at sort of assaulting swarms of guys, which is more or less what we have in here. So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to do an action. And whenever we have a bunch of guys, I like the multi-locking missiles. So we're going to move him right here. And that's going to hit everybody in that entire area, which is a pretty good hit. It is going to leave him somewhat vulnerable to counterattack. We'll figure out what to do about that after we do lots of damage.
Hold still. Nice. Enemy down.
All right. So that took out a lot of the lighter targets, and like this guy right here, you can see did a bunch of damage. Again, see how his health bar is halfway down? Now, in terms of when... oh, and I should point out, if you look up sort of top left, do you see how one of the... see how the portrait immediately to the right of this one is sort of like not filled in? When the portrait fills up again, it's his turn again. So that's how sort of the timer system works. Now, I would like to follow that up with some more action if I could. So, yeah, let's do some multi-locking missiles. Yeah, let's hit them all. Again.
I've got you now. I did it. Focus.
Okay, for our G2, so the G2s are sort of the all-rounder class of giant mech. They have to walk on the streets, but they have a fairly balanced mix of close-in and long-range attacks. Can I hit these guys with anything from here? Kind of. I can do the multi-launching missiles, but I'm awfully far away. It doesn't feel like a good use of her action. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to move. And again, since these guys walk, we got to walk along the city. So I'm going to start her walking over this way. And we're going to have some new guys coming in shortly. Oh, stop. So do you see this white circle here? That white circle represents an incoming wave of guys, and we know that they're going to land right around the middle of that circle. So we want to get ready to hit them with whatever we can, and I'm going to look for a very particular item if I can, and I can't, unless I'm missing it. I'm looking for something called the flare or something. I don't see it at all. So that would be great for setting up a trap. Apparently the guys that have that are on cooldown right now. So why not set up a heavy battery, main battery heavy railgun, or actually just shoot it? Yeah, let's shoot this right here. And as far as I can tell, there is no friendly fire, so we can fire this right through here and not worry about hitting our own guys.
The
Oh, I should have pointed out that she's in a G3 Sentinel. G3s specialize in long-range combat like that, staying far outside the fray, but still doing a lot of damage. Yeah, he doesn't have very much that he can do from where he is right now, but in his G1, so the Generation 1 Sentinels, they are the largest and the heaviest. They're the slowest, but they are very, very good at direct melee combat. So we're going to try to move him right up in here to greet this incoming party.
Number 11.
All right, and last but not least, our last G2, who hasn't yet taken some sort of motion, we're going to have her... yeah, sort of come up this main road here. Okay, yep, we've got an incoming attack here. I find the interface kind of busy, but there's like a cone coming out from this guy right here, this ground Deimos. When that fills up, any friendly mechs in the area are going to take damage. We can move away, or we can disable the guy that's firing the beam before it actually fires. I vote for a little bit of both. So we're going to do an action. We can also drop down a shield matrix right where we are and just eat the hit, and it won't do anything. Oh, but Flare Torpedo was for sure... I wanted to do Flare Torpedo to greet them. It's actually sort of a mine, but we're too close. So, how about... I bet I can take out both those targets. Yep, target destroyed. All right. I think that I would like to set up a sentry gun, and we're going to sort of throw our sentry gun over here, because I feel like in the firing arc, yeah, it'll be able to hit both these guys. Drop that sentry gun right there, if you will.
Don't let up.
Now, we don't get direct control over the sentry gun. We can't govern what it shoots at, but it will sort of shoot on its own every once in a while. We do have an incoming attack over here. I don't like that. I would very much like to lay down a shield emitter or something. Oh, if I could just get up there a little bit more, I might be able to EMP him out of it. How about Demolisher Blade? Can I get close enough to do that? Not really. I'm going to get close enough to Demolisher Blade both these guys. I almost feel like I want to get him into this area here. So we can actually delay his turn. So what we're going to do is actually go
My turn.
back. Yeah, let's continue to move him up here, because we have a whole new crew coming in. Yeah. Yep.
Number 11. Moving out.
Guardian? Shield emitter. Yeah, can you shoot that? Oh, she's not close enough. Look at the white circle represents the range of the shield emitter. Her friends are just outside that. So all I can really do is try to move up just to like here. We just need a little bit more range to it before that attack comes in. Well, I'll tell you what, sir. You can pull your... Yes, shield matrix. Drop it right here. So shield matrix, as you can imagine, is going to throw a shield over the Jaegers in this area, the Sentinels, and it'll chew up, hopefully, all the damage coming in from that attack.
Shield them. Thanks. Number 40%.
All right. Big new crowd of people just came in right here. So let's see what we have that can mess them up real good. Oh, that's... Well, that should hit all of them, I would think. Yeah, go heavy knuckles all these guys. Nope, that was horribly ineffective. I should have used almost any other option. All right, so let's do action. What do I have that can hit a lot of these guys? Well, EMP surrounding, as it turns out, is going to hit all of these guys. The other thing about EMP attacks is that if they're flying kaiju, it will knock them to the ground, so they're vulnerable for other ground attacks.
Good. Target destroyed.
They're here.
In addition to doing a pretty darn good amount of damage. Okay, we got a shield up, and I know that's hard to see based on how much is happening in the world. Let's move out of all of these attacks. So we're going to do an action, and yeah, let's do multi-locking missiles, but we're going to go down here and fire them off. Or actually, yeah, we're going to do it right here, because that'll actually put her outside the range of the attacks, but still close enough to hit both of the kaiju. I think we're still doing okay. I don't see a lot of damage coming off of anybody. Sorry, who are we? We're her. Oh, look at this. There's an attack coming in right here. So let's wait and have her do something about these guys coming in here.
No room for hesitation.
They should have landed. Yep, here they are. Awesome. So,
Let's turn this around.
yeah, Kisaragi, if you could, let's main battery. Look at this. She's going to fire her huge railgun right through the thick of those guys.
Let's do this. They felt that. How is
Yeah, welcome to Earth. All right, for our G1. So, G1's not necessarily super good at dense swarms of guys, but actually really good against these densely armored high quads. So, let's show that off, I hope, with a nice little weapon I call Demolisher Blade.
Take this. Did that do it? Nothing special. The database has been updated. I guess we have number 16 to thank for that.
Those little buggy bastards are even faster now.
If we let any of them through, they'll swarm the terminal in seconds.
Then, even that G-Molar? Its power unit's been upgraded. Now it's got even more destructive potential.
Not just offense. Some kind of new alloy's been integrated into the defensive shell. If the shell's harder, then we just punch it harder. It's gotta crack eventually.
I won't give up.
Okay, so basically what I'm learning here as of this episode is that these blue guys are upgraded kaiju. So watch for that. All right. Our G4 is back up and running, and again, very mobile, very able to like respond to new threats coming in around the battlefield. So now I would love to drop a flare torpedo. See the little animation over there on the right-hand side? It looks like it's a big bomb, and it is, but it's actually a mine. So you sort of set it up ahead of where you need it, and I would love to greet these guys coming in, or these guys over here. Let's see if we can do that. Is this oh god, not quite close enough. Yeah, she's in a really good position to not use flare torpedo. All right, well, we'll have to deal with it separately. Let's come on down here. Multi-locking missiles are just pitch perfect made for swarms of smaller guys. Upgraded defenses or not, it does a real number on them. All right, let's do... Yeah, heavy knuckles are real good against, remember when I punched the swarm of guys and it wasn't effective? Well, punching the big guys tends to be a lot more effective. This might not knock it out, but I think it will knock him back.
Attack ahead.
Stay calm.
All right, we've got our other G4 here. As far as I can see, no damage whatsoever. I would love to have you down here. Can you do something with your multi-locking missiles all the way down here? Nope, that's too big of an ask. What he can do, though, is get moving to where he'll be helpful. Oh, by the way, you can also interrupt moves at any point. Douglas saying, hey, he's doing the Karas approach. I'm not familiar. Karas approach, is that... I'm concerned that's a reference to something that I should understand. All right, let's... Yeah, G2s are really good at a variety of things. All right. Yeah, there's too many dudes. So here's the difference between the G2s and the G4s. When a G4 moves, it sort of like launches the missiles in a cloud around itself. So it both repositions and fires and sort of leaves itself a little bit vulnerable. However, the G2s, when they do their multi-rocket launchers, they're actually just shooting over here. So this will not put her in any danger whatsoever. Or not any additional danger.
It worked.
Yeah, it super worked. Okay, here's our G4. Now, let's do your multi-locking missiles. But I'm going to sort of come back here. Do you see down there at the bottom center where it says back attack, damage multiplied by 1.5? Yeah, I mean, at a minimum, let's get that extra bonus damage. And if they have to turn around to hit him on the next round, that's just all the more time that he has to get away. Okay, so what can you do with your life? We got a couple upgraded G-Molars here. We've got some... Yeah, we're doing okay. All right, so at close range like this, can I flare torpedo somebody? I'd really like to show somebody at some point what that's like.
I won't give up.
Let's just have you move down here-ish.
Number
There ain't
23.
no room for hesitation.
All right, so our G1 whacked the hell out of this guy, but is not down yet. So let's go Demolisher Blade him the rest of the way. And we're going to do sort of at maximum range here so that we can hopefully get back into the fray with somebody else soon.
You're done. How was that? Next.
Just once. There's still hope.
All right, here is our G4. She moved where I asked. Now we're on to Flare Torpedo. Yeah. Well, so one thing that I haven't been able to figure about Torpedo... Oh, Tajir is taking off. Tajir, rest. Feel well. I hope that you continue to be on the upswing. And again, very, very relieved for you. Dougler said, well, I guess it's more of a Mara approach. When punching doesn't work, just punch harder. It's a book reference. Also, then a Dark Knight Rises reference. Because as I recall, and this is just sort of me going based on my memory, the first Batman movie was about, it doesn't matter who you are underneath, it matters what you do. And then the Dark Knight came around and said, it doesn't matter as much what you do, but what people believe you've done. And that the image of a person can be more powerful than the reality. So we have to be careful about who we choose to lionize because we love to see our heroes fall. And that was a big element of the second movie. And then in The Dark Knight Rises, they expanded that further by saying if you ever encounter someone that you can't defeat by punching, you need to punch more and harder, and most importantly, you need to punch without fear in your heart. Because if you feel fear when you punch, the punch doesn't count. The Dark Knight Rises was one of the stupidest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, back to the video game about killing giant robots. I don't think Flare Torpedo is going to help us out here because it seems to be so much more effective if it goes off when they enter the circle. So I feel like our era for that has passed. Multi-locking missiles are really good against swarms. It really just helps to clear out the shaft. So let's get that done.
Leave it to me.
Let's turn this around.
Oh yeah, no, she is going to whip the hell out of these guys. Yep. Please stay grouped for the next incoming attack. Douglas says, I think I've only ever seen the TV version of The Dark Knight Rises. I have to assume that would... Oh, Psycho's taking off. Psycho, thank you so much for hanging out. If anybody is not yet following Psycho4136, he does streams of... Or has historically done streams of Star Trek Online. And I'm trying to remember if he's recently moved on to something new. But Psycho is a great streamer and unfortunately tends to stream... at hours of the night that I just am never able to watch them live. But let's make sure that we get a shout out for Psycho here. Psycho4136. Yeah, super nice guy and has only just recently been able to get past some odd sort of like stream and tech issues that are hopefully now fully resolved. All right, let's wrap this up. We're going to go with Heavy Knuckles if I can find somebody to hit real hard. Yeah, upgraded G Molar seems worthy of a good punching.
Got that one. Goodbye.
Heavy Knuckles is an interesting attack because it does tend to knock the target back some. So that can be very useful for knocking them out of position when they're trying to attack or getting too close. We do see some missiles coming out. See that sort of like blossom of red lines? So... I think probably multi-locking missiles would be helpful because it's going to attack the missiles that are coming out as well as the enemies in the area.
We must win.
We do must win. Can I flare torpedo? Oh, that's pretty close, I'd say. Let's throw a flare torpedo into the middle of that guy, and then when this comet comes down... Wait, what happened? No. For some reason, she shot the flare torpedo here. Because that's what that big circle is. That's odd. All right. This guy, our G1, did a very good job of punching that big guy, if you remember. But the trouble is that now he's very far away from all the other punching that we'd like him to do. So one option is that we can do a leap attack. If we try to move him, he's got to walk all the way around the block. If we do a leap attack over here, I think it'll get him there that much faster. Did I just take a bunch of damage? Not yet. No, I think we're doing okay. All right. There's some incoming attacks here and possibly here. So I'm feeling a little bit concerned about that. Can I do like a shield emitter? Nope, not to the G4 that's in there. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to move before that fills up. Well, maybe I should focus on what I can do, which is multi-rocket launching.
Here goes. Yes. Took him down. I'll just...
Yeah, I think hitting the big guy is what we want to do here.
I can take them all. Attack a hit. They're here.
Are we winning?
All right, yeah, he needs to be out of there. You can see sort of the attack radius coming up. Yeah, let's move down here and hopefully attack all these guys from behind.
Try this. Bullseye. There you go.
I can do this.
Okay, G3s also tend to come with a lot of energy, so although it's like 150 energy points to shoot this main battery heavy railgun, yeah, it's worth it basically every time.
They felt that. Got him.
My turn now.
Oh, it sure is your turn. Let's do Demolisher Blade on, preferably, that big guy, please.
Come on. Did that dip nothing special?
Oh, it didn't quite kill him. Okay. Now, so some of these are grayed out now. If you look up at the top, see her title card there? She's got 5,900 HP, but only 145 EP. Energy points regenerate over time, or you can do this defend option to recharge them more quickly. What I need to do is get her outside of the attack radius. So I think that for right now, we're just going to move. Yeah, let's just get her into a safe position, then have her recharge.
Number 23. We will not lose.
Yeah, she's actually... yeah.
Must survive.
Defend now. Get all recharged, if you will.
Defensive mode active.
Yeah, throwing out a Guardian... I don't see a good opportunity to do that right now. So, can I Heavy Knuckles the big guy? Okay, sorry, just trying to get up this street. Yeah, Heavy Knuckles that guy.
Attack, yes.
Man, we've got it rough.
Oh, that'd be so satisfying, except I'm not 100% sure that this is going to take out all the guys that are attacking him. But I'm going to do it anyway. I feel good enough about this.
Nailed it. Enemy down.
I really should have felt less good about that. So we do have an incoming attack, but fortunately this guy has like 2 hit points left. So this is not going to be a thing. Let's do a rush attack because it's free. It's like a 0 cost attack.
Good.
Okay. That blossom of missiles are like basically attacking the city, and that's another loss category. Oh, hello to Centrifugal Force. Force, I hope that you're having a great Wednesday and that everything has been going okay on the job front. I kind of want to knock these missiles out of the air if I can. Yep, yeah, look at that. I can hit all the missiles and actually get a couple hits in on those kaiju as well.
Please hit. It worked. Are we getting their numbers? This isn't so hard.
Her heavy railgun is awesome. Yep, that should hit both those guys.
Good timing. My turn now.
Okay, yeah. Boy, can I land a Demolisher Blade without... No, I can't. Nuts. Nope. I can't quite hit the big guy. Not from where I am. So, we could do a leap attack. But, not, again, not... We can't hit the big guy with it. Still, probably worth it, unless I have, like, a shield matrix or something. No. Yeah, I think getting in close is probably the way to go, and we'll do some damage on the way in. I would really, really like to destroy those missiles before they impact the city. So, let's see what we can do. Oh, he's so far away from the guys that I would most like to hit. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get over there. Force says, I need to finish up a few things to make sure my degree is conferred, and been working on that. Well, any sort of bureaucracy or moving through a system like that can... To me, it feels really, really irritating. So I just hope that that's going well. Arm-mounted pulse lasers. Let's try to hit both these guys.
Don't let up.
Alright, now it is Demolisher Blade time. Except I can't get past the G-Molar. Oh, you rat bastard! God damn it! I can't... He's blocking the way. There's no way around it. So, do another leap attack. Maybe a tackle attack? Oh, yeah. Wait, tackle attack lets you get through enemies. So, let's go do this.
So, what's my next move?
Okay, the missiles did impact the city. It's too late to stop that. But otherwise, these long-range missiles can be put to some good use, I think. Alright, so she finished recharging. Remember how she had 145 EPs before? Now she's up to 344. So now, I feel like getting around to the back of this guy and firing missiles up his keister. He's armored, so this isn't going to be as effective as it would be against like a swarm of smaller enemies, but it gets us out of the range of his attack, and we're able to hit him in return. Yeah, she is, again, very far away from where I'd like to be. He's going to be dead before she gets over into position, so I feel like the way to go is... Yeah, this guy has way more hit points. Can I do something? Nope, too far away. Darn it. Alright, well, what you do is move over here as fast as you can, and we'll see... We'll reassess when you arrive. Yeah, all those missiles impacted. That's disappointing. Can you do something better than that? How about we can throw down a shield matrix? That'll help both the mechs in this area.
I need to think.
Yeah, she's just too far away from anything.
I'll take them down quick.
Yeah, this guy's basically dead, this last kaiju here. So let's just arm-mounted pulse lasers him. Shoot that right into the back. 97 hit points is what he had left.
Don't waste any chances.
Okay, now, if you would, please, Demolisher Blade the crap out of this guy. Get behind him if you can. Apparently do not have access to, like, the a rear attack on this guy, but we'll do what we can.
That work? How many left?
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2 kilometers
to check this, meta system business.
Something's been added to the system. Did you do all this data analysis?
Do I sound like I understand all this egghead talk? I'm just relaying a message.
From who?
Well, that child from earlier.
Chihiro did this? So she is helping us. Let's hope.
Warning. Dymo signatures approaching.
Dymo signatures. That means they're coming.
Metasystem Sentinel upgrade has been unlocked. This is new.
Guess we
Don't know what that means yet. Samalander says egghead talk. And hello to Samalander. Woof. Oh man, Amaguchi took a solid hit at some point. So here's where we're leveling up, and you'll remember that I wanted to bring along Amaguchi specifically because he was a little bit lower level. Tomi's unlocked her level 10 pilot skill, level 10 pilot skill, level 10 pilot skill. Yeah, so they each individual character unlocks a unique perk apparently every 5 levels. Looks good. Lots of combo attacks. Win streak. Total bonus. Hey, we did it! Yeah, so far I've not had any Sentinels immobilized, and I've always been able to beat the time requirements, which, when you consider how much contempt I had for the time limitations, like time bonus objectives in Red Dead 2, says something, because in Red Dead 2, the time limitations were never communicated to you in advance, so unless you were like preternaturally good at speedrunning things you'd never seen before, you never knew what was expected. And frankly, speedrunning the missions, it was always going to be a replay. Here, this game tells you in advance what your time limit is, and then you do that if you can. Oh, and hello to Agathos Sophos. Douglas said, wait, level 10 pilots are playboys? So it took me a while to... So I'm going to say no here, because we don't have time to do another combat. But... I don't know how to... If I go in here, I'm concerned that I can't come back out. But yeah, so like one of the pilot... perks was called Playboy. If I had to guess based on some of the other perks, that means that that character will get increased power to his weapons and health if he is within a certain radius of 2 or more female pilots. And again, I'm not kidding. That's an actual prediction that I'm making based on the fact that that's how other powers in the game work. Now, unfortunately, we are out of time. I needed to actually stop around 8 p.m. Eastern. It's 1:15 because we were in the middle of a combat. So what we're going to do here is jump into save and throw a save right here. And exciting news, as Samalander said just shortly ago, Samalander now has a copy of 13 Sentinels. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, and that's great because Samalander, I would very much appreciate getting to watch through this game again. I know that you said that it's not going to be like right away because you wanted to finish up your current playthrough of Factorio, but I want to be there to see as much of this game a second time as possible because, oh man, is it complicated. Carolina says that just means that Red Dead 2 does it wrong. I agree. I unironically agree with that. I think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish for a wide variety of reasons that I shared in our final episode. We tend to do like little reviews there. But yeah, where Red Dead 2 missed the mark, it was usually in minor ways, but ones that came up over and over and over again. So yeah, that's a case where that is true. So what I'm going to do is come over here, and on our way out, we're going to throw out a few more shout outs for Samalander and Centrifugal Force and Jade May, and I'm also going to throw a shout out there for JE_BE. That's what it is, right? Yeah, doesn't stream very often, but I go back and forth because Club says that he doesn't really want the shout-outs, and I want to respect that, but I also want people to see that he's a super nice guy, and I very much enjoy his streams. So let's get ready here, and we're going to do a raid over to... Whoops. I actually typed in raid over. Let's do a raid to... Tell you what, let's do somebody that we don't often get the opportunity to... raid over to. We're going to do a raid over to Gamers with Jobs. Gamers with Jobs is a website. I'm just going to make sure that they're still up so that I don't throw you guys over to a stream that's just closing down. They're currently playing some Demon Souls, but Gamers with Jobs is a website. It's a group of people. It's a team, and they do a really great podcast, and I enjoy it a whole bunch. Azure says, take care and thank you for the stream. Again, to circle back to something that we touched on briefly, thank all of you so much. Thank you to Azaric, to Sheer, Patikin for the big raid over, Caroluna who's been here, Centrifugal Force who did acknowledge that she's wrapping up with like some job stuff and stuff. I go to work every day, and I'm so focused on work and the stresses that come there that it's very easy to forget that when I come home, I get to hang out with family and I get to do fun streams with you guys. And here we get to worry about giant robots and meeting bonus objectives and trying to piece together this story. And all that work stuff just sort of feels a little bit remote for a while. And it's awesome, and I really appreciate it. So, again, thank you guys all so much. Samlander says, Azric says to Samlander that he dropped something in Mia's Discord that you should get a kick out of it. Well, I'm going to go look at that right now, because I think that Patikin also posted some stuff. You guys, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great night.